Hello and welcome back to the third. So we've been exploring this empty version of Grand Cell in Phantasma, and we've also found some new doors along the way. So looking at the map, at our warps, we have Moon Door 2, which needs the Dancer with Silver Locks. We have the first two Star Doors, this is the one we're at. The second one requires us to fight 100 battles. I've been working on that a little bit. And we also have the first two Sun Doors. The first one requires a girl in a band who takes to the skies, and the second one is the girl who loves to fish. So I am up to 57 battles won so far. And let's open up the first Star Door, which requires Julia and Mueller. Bring to me the guardian of the royal family and the blade that serves the imperial house. Only then shall the door open. So remember, Star Doors are supposed to be flashback sequences or like story sequences, but they're not supposed to be as long as the Moon Doors are. Some of the later ones might rival it, but the early ones, they're not supposed to be as long. So this shouldn't take as long as the Tita sequence did. Roughly 2 months after the crisis that struck Liberl came to an end. That concludes my report on all that transpired here 2 months prior. I really cannot thank you enough for your above and beyond efforts, Captain. Bringing an end to the chaos and restoring hope to its people was no easy task. You should truly be proud of yourself. Your Majesty, please. I have done nothing to deserve such praise. I would beg to differ, and it's why I want to thank you on behalf of every one of Liberl's citizens. Not only did you ensure our safety, you went from place to place aiding in the restoration as well. Now you continue to be just as busy serving as the leader of the Royal Guard. You deserve all the thanks you get. I really am proud of you, Captain Schwartz. I am honored, Your Majesty. I believe I'll be able to formally present you with at least one medal for your achievements at a later date, too. General Morgan seems to think a promotion is almost assured as well. I'm looking forward to seeing what the future holds in store for you. But, Your Majesty, I must object. The only reason this crisis was resolved at all was because of the efforts of countless people, all of whom gave their all for Liberl's sake. My contribution was but a minor part of a much, much greater whole. I don't feel it would be appropriate for me to be receiving medals or promotions. Captain, I agree that countless people contributed to achieving the peace that we now have. Everyone who fought, who tried to protect their loved ones, and who endured the suffering they faced contributed in some way. But I believe it's clear to everyone that without the Arcel, the crisis would not have seen the conclusion that it did. And the one who commanded the Arcel was you. But be that as it may, medals are one thing, but I couldn't possibly consider accepting a promotion. I feel as though I've barely spent all that much time in my current position, so assuming one with even greater responsibility would be, There's no need to be so modest. In my opinion, you've accomplished much more in your current position than you seem to believe you have. Actually, Captain, I'd like to propose that you take the rest of today off. How would you feel about that? May I ask why, Your Majesty? I'm not sure I quite understand. As I mentioned, I want to show my thanks to you for all you did, and I believe there to be better ways to do that than formal meetings like these. You certainly deserve some rest, too, given how exhausting going back and forth between military HQ and the castle practically every day must be. I've even been receiving requests from members of the Royal Guard saying that they would like for you to take a break as well. I'm terribly sorry that you had to listen to such complaints, Your Majesty. It was certainly not my intent that you should be troubled so. So who was it? Lux? Leon? It could easily be both, knowing them. I'm used to them telling me as much every time they see me, but I cannot believe they chose to bother Her Majesty with the issue. As such, I would like for you to take the remainder of the day and use it to relax. That way, You can return to your duties tomorrow feeling refreshed and ready to work for the good of the nation anew. Very well. If that is your wish, Your Majesty. I, Captain Julius Schwartz of the Royal Guard, accept your proposal and shall take leave of my duties for the remainder of the day. A promotion. Ordinarily receiving one would be a cause for celebration, but for me... Good morning, Captain. Good morning, Captain. I hear you've been given the rest of the day off. That's right, yes. I'm amazed you already know that when I was just told myself. It's not all that amazing, really. Leon was trying to make sure everyone knew over the communications at work from Meissen. I hear Echo appealed directly to Her Majesty, even. Directly? I can't believe it. He did look like he had something he wanted to say to me the last time I saw him. What is it with them? I still wish we could have helped with repairing the Arcel too, though. I hear the repairs are running a little behind schedule too. I wonder how things are going over there. You needn't worry about the Arcel's repairs. The only reason those three are still there at Lyson Fortress is that they wouldn't take no for an answer and insisted on staying. The repairs are currently being carried under Gustav, the maintenance chief from ZCF. They'll be completed properly. Incidentally, do you know if Her Highness left already? Yes, in fact. Claudia left not that long ago, if you're looking for her. She's gone to inspect the royal villa. Were you not aware of this? Your Grace, I was not. I would very much have liked to accompany her over there, if I am truthful. I suppose that comes as no surprise. You always have been one to put yourself forward to escort her at every opportunity. I can't say I understand why. Simple escort jobs are well below your current rank. I suppose so. Still, I'm sure she's well. She has a number of trustworthy guardsmen with her. Try not to fret over her too much. Of course, you're right. Thank you, Your Grace. And with that, we're leaving, Philip. There is work to be done. Just a moment, Your Grace. Please, try not to be too downhearted. What are you doing, Philip? I said that there is work to be done. My apologies. It looks as though I missed Her Highness yet again. Still, we're both so busy with our duties that it's no wonder it keeps happening. It's incredible how much Duke Dunnan's changed. Tell me about it. Apparently he's often seen in the administrative room working genuinely hard lately. He was the one who proposed paying compensation out a while back, too. I always thought of him as a good-for-nothing slob, but maybe there's more to him than that. He's finally showing that he shares Her Majesty's blood after all. You're on duty. Enough idle chatter. My apologies, Captain. As you are seemingly aware, I will be absent from the castle for the remainder of the day. I expect the two of you to take care of things here in my absence. Yes, ma'am. Take care, ma'am. Being granted a day off is all well and good in theory, but I haven't had one in so long. I haven't the faintest idea what to do with it. Should I go shopping? Perhaps do maintenance work on my equipment? Or would I be best just returning to my room and reading a book? No, I need to do more than simply rest with my time. I need to use it productively. I know. Wouldn't it be nice to take a light stroll along the scenic route? I haven't done that in ages. It would be an excellent use of my time, even. Is it really true that Julia has returned to Grand Cell? Where is she? Where is she? Please, don't push. Everyone, please calm down. What exactly is going on here? Captain? Oh no. Why did you have to come now? It's dangerous here. Please retreat back inside the castle at once. It's Julia! What? Oh, it really is! What the devil is this? Julia! What? Wait, Julia! Don't go! Ah! Dan and Alts totally ate shit. Captain Shores! We've locked the castle gates for the time being. You aren't hurt, are you? No, I'm fine. What just happened? Well, they appear to be some rather ardent fans of yours, Captain. You know, we did have a rather large number of fan letters arrive at the castle this morning. I wonder if that could be related to all of this. Fan letters? Apparently some magazine company put together a special feature on you yesterday. It was full of information on what you were up to on that flying city. Oh, that reminds me. A few people who claimed to be from the Liberl News came here while you were away. They said they were putting together a feature to capitalize on your popularity, so they wanted to gather material for it. I think I've heard enough. I can probably fill in the rest myself. So, we saw a little bit of this, the planning stages of it. Remember when we were aboard the Arcel, and Estelle met with Niall and Dorothy, and Niall was like, "Hey, can you score me an interview with Captain Shores?" And Estelle was like, "I don't really know her that well." And we had like a back and forth between the two, and Julia was like, "No, I really wouldn't want to do that." Well, it turns out Niall did it anyway, based on the information that he got to write all while being on Liberl. So this is the continuation of that. Captain Shores is pretty popular, typically among women too. They really like her. So we saw that with Erica. Erica's a fan as well. But now Julia's popularity has really exploded. In fact, it might even hit international heights. Why am I getting this kind of attention? Fan letters, magazine articles? Why am I being treated like someone special? I'm not. Not at all. First Her Majesty praising me more than I deserve, and now this. All I really wanted to do was protect Her Highness. That's all. That's what I want to do now, too. But the opportunity to actually go with her and escort her rarely seems to present itself anymore. Must I be forced to accept this is how things will be going forward? Thank you for your time today, Archbishop. I will conduct Mass again tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Could I ask you to pass that on to Her Majesty? It would be my pleasure. Shay and Hilda. Oh, if it isn't Julia, I wasn't expecting to find you here. Is something the matter? Oh, not at all. And good day to you, Archbishop. It's good to see you again, Julia. I haven't seen you for some time. You had me a little concerned. I am terribly sorry for worrying you. I'd also like to apologize for not attending Mass at all of late. Oh, it's no trouble. I'm well aware of how busy you are. All I'll ask of you in the busy times you face is this. No matter how busy you may become, you must never lose sight of yourself. What matters to you most is always close at hand. Thank you, Archbishop. I'll take what you have said to heart. Excellent. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should really be on my way. Good day, Archbishop. Actually, there is one way I may be able to get out of here. Archbishop Current, please wait. Everyone, please move a little further from the castle gates. Please, just a little more. If everyone could please remain calm. It's Julia! She's coming out! She's coming out! Aw, it's just the Archbishop and a sister. Come now, everyone. Move aside and let us pass. Sister Ellen. She's got the disguise back on. What a great throwback. Phew. It looks like your plan ended up working, Julia. Fortunately, yes. I'm sorry for causing you trouble yet again. Not to worry. You'll have my sympathies, even. Those seem to be some very fervent admirers back there. Hey, it's Mueller. Hmm? Major Vander? What is he doing here? I thought he had already left Liberl. This is quite a surprise. I wasn't aware you were also a sister of the church, Captain Schwartz. You can tell? Well... I should be back in Erebonia, but I still have a little cleaning up after that fool to do. So I ended up having to come back here again in the end. I would have liked to take the time to go and greet you, but the chance ultimately never presented itself. Nevertheless, I'm pleased we were able to meet again, Captain. Or is it Sister Julia now? Major! Hmm? It appears to me there is little point in trying to disguise your identity from this man. Perhaps you needn't bother. Regardless, I have preparations to make for this afternoon's mass, so I should excuse myself. Good day to you both. Archbishop? He's still stuck at the top of the screen. Oh, the final game of goofy aspect ratios. So that was the famous Archbishop Current, was it? Perhaps I should have taken the chance to introduce myself properly to him. Well, you still can. He's right there. He's right there, Mueller. Major. I should probably explain how I ended up in this situation. You see, I wish I could have stayed a while longer, but I've really got to get going. I wish I could have gotten a close look at Julia, though. I thought this was finally going to be my chance. She's so dreamy. They're starting to make their way back. If they find me here, I'm doomed. Should you like, Captain, I would be happy to help you disguise yourself. Pardon? I can't pretend to be familiar with your situation, but I can see you aren't comfortable with being discovered here. In these situations, your instinct may be to hide, but I believe the best thing to do is the exact opposite. If it works for you, I'd be happy to accompany you somewhere a little safer. Oh my, thank you. Julia! Please do, right away. My pleasure. Hmm? Never mind. I suppose it was just my imagination. It must have been. Well, this area seems to be empty. Will this be far enough, do you think? It should be. Phew. I can't apologize enough for this, Major. Oh, think nothing of it. I'm used to having to run around without being discovered. Usually because Olivier's caused some kind of predicament. I can see that. I'm still ashamed of what happened, though. I let a simple commotion like that ruin my plans to go outside the city for my day off. I wasn't able to calm the situation at all. I wouldn't even have been able to leave the castle without resorting to a disguise. I'm not sure you've any reason to be blaming yourself here, Captain. I'm afraid I must disagree. As a member of the Royal Guard, I'm utterly useless, and this isn't the first time I've felt that way. During the coup d'etat, I was powerless. I should have been able to protect Her Highness, and yet she ended up being captured and placed in danger. The same was true when Grancel was attacked by Ouroboros too. Not only could I not protect Her Majesty from being endangered by them, I wasn't even able to be anywhere near her. I, of all people, should have been right by her side in her hour of need. How dare I learn of what happened only after the fact? I'm not fit to even serve them. While I can certainly understand your frustrations, they were both safe, were they not? Surely that is what counts above all. Much as we may wish to be, no human is omnipotent. Neither of us are any exception to that. I understand that, or at least I want to believe that I do. But to make matters worse, I now find out there are magazine articles about me, making me out to be some kind of great hero. There's even talk of me being promoted. I don't even feel like I've done my job in a way that's worthy of praise, never mind anything to deserve being given a higher position. No, none of that is what bothers me most. If people want to give me greater praise than I deserve, let them. And receiving a promotion isn't in itself a cause to be unhappy. More the opposite, on paper at least. But in reality, it will result in me becoming busier because of my duties, which will result in me ending up even further away from Her Highness than I am now. I'm a little envious of you, to tell the truth, Major. You've always been able to go and escort Prince Olivert like it's the most natural thing in the world. Maybe you weren't always by his side, but you were when he needed you the most. You did more than escort him, too. You were able to help and aid him in ways beyond the call of duty. By comparison, I can't seem to be able to help Her Highness at all. I can't even lend her an ear when she is plagued with worry. When she was agonizing over whether to assume her position as Crown Princess, I couldn't do a single thing for her. I feel somewhat reluctant to give my opinion here, as I can hardly pretend to be well versed in your situation. But from where I stand, your position seems to be the more fortunate one. How so? What exactly do you mean, Major? I didn't mean to offend you, so I apologize if I did. But protecting that fool is a task that was thrust upon me the moment I was born. Between us, I find myself envious of your natural loyalty to the ones you serve. The moment you were born? Oh right, you're a Vander. And we're a military family who traditionally serves the Imperial family, yes. My luck for anything less than a hectic life ran out the second I was given it, I fear. That's certainly a great responsibility to be destined to fulfill. Especially when you're chosen to protect Prince Olivert of all people. Quite so. Still, my point stands. I do believe that it's a happy, fortunate thing to be able to serve and devote yourself to those you genuinely care for. I may hardly be an expert on the subject, seeing as Her Highness is much less of a handful, but am I wrong? No, I see your point. Perhaps I should see being able to sit and worry about something like this as a luxury. Although whether someone who isn't able to defend Her Highness can really be called a member of the Royal Guard is another issue entirely. Captain, if you'd like, I would be happy to teach you a good way to clear your head. What do you have in mind, Mueller? To clear my head, you say? Indeed. Still, I'd like you to keep this off the record. You know, I hear the Hotel Rowenbaum has a vacancy. Get your mind out of the gutter. They're gonna have a sparring match. Sunday, Julia versus Mueller. This will be a one-round duel. Both arts and items may be used. So this is what you had in mind. I can't say I feel especially confident about my chances of defeating a warrior of the famed Vander family, but I'll clearly try. There's no need to be so modest. Well, Captain, let us begin. Is this an actual fight? Listen to this new song. Oh shit, I was expecting to auto-win. Clearly, my equipment from the main game doesn't carry over into this flashback. And I'm gonna feel in the might of the Vander style. Jesus Christ, Mueller, calm down. This is a friendly match. Alright, so what do I got on me? I got Tyrrells. I also got, where are my items? I got 2 Tira bombs. Let's see, that's 2,000. I'm sitting at like 4,500. So yeah, heal up. Oh, he missed me. How fortunate. Alright, so this is a real fight. This might be like the most real fight we've ever had in this playlist. Well, I mean, I guess the last bosses of first and second chapter were still like fairly on par. But for like middle of the game, this is legit. This is real. Blue Ascension. Hound Gale. I'm gonna keep throwing this at him. Oh, he has the ability to impede, huh? Well, let's try again. Blade Dancer. Oh, I'm almost dead. I might lose this fight. I don't think it really matters. It's not like we're getting, you know, Gralsritter points or something. So if I lose, I lose. This'll work. Yeah, I'm done. Oh well. Had I known it was a real fight, I wouldn't have wasted like, what, 2 turns? Damn, Mueller's tough. I knew you would be formidable, but not quite like this. I assume you can win the fight. I don't seem to recall losing it the first time. I don't know. Captain, may I ask something? What did you lose by being defeated? Not a whole lot. I'm not sure I understand. The easiest way to determine the true worth of something is to imagine how things would be if you were to lose it. When you do that, you start to see things for how they really are beyond simple logic. Imagine you were able to vanish from the world, and yet you still possess the ability to think. Would there be anything left lingering on your mind? Anything that worried you? Something that you wished you could do? If so, that is what you should do most. Those are excellent questions, Major. Your Highness, I think I finally know what to do. I cannot thank you enough. Thanks to you, I can finally see the path I ought to take. I'll be sure to take all you've taught me today to heart. Just don't assume I thought of any of what I've said or done today myself. I often would cross swords with my uncle to clear away frustrations from having to deal with my own insufferable charge. Well, it's probably about time I thought about returning to Erebonia. As much as I hate to admit it, I'm feeling a hint of concern for his well-being. Only a hint. Please give my regards to the prince when you see him then. I shall. And give mine to Princess Claudia as well. It was at that moment I made a decision in my heart. I would do all I could to support Her Highness, this nation's future queen. But to that end, I also resolved to accept whatever promotions I received. No doubt the further I moved up the ranks, the more my chances to actually meet with her would decrease. But even if we can't meet in person, even if I have to do it from afar, I want to be able to support her. Perhaps this decision is a selfish one, but I do hope you can forgive me for making it, Your Highness. I feel somewhat reluctant to disturb Her Majesty while she's busy working, but... Is that you, Julia? Scree! Your Highness, Sieg. How come you're back here already? Oh, did you think I was still over at the villa? I expected to be too, but there weren't many people there today, so I was able to leave earlier than expected. Ah, I see. I'm just as surprised to see you here, actually. I thought you'd been given a day off today. Oh, you knew. Indeed, I had. I ended up running into a friend I don't have many opportunities to spend time with. The time we spent together simply flew by. I owe my deepest thanks to Her Majesty for giving me the opportunity. I'm happy to hear that. Julia, I realize this may feel a little out of nowhere, but I wanted to thank you for always supporting me. Goodness, that is out of nowhere. but it's something I should have done ages ago. I can't believe it's taken me this long to state the obvious. Everything my parents would otherwise have taught me, you ended up doing in their place. How to fight, how to act, how to think. It's like I'm only now starting to realize just how much of what makes me myself are things I learned from you. I feel like I've grown up always seeing you as a role model. I remember grandmother laughing at me at one point about how similar I am to you too. Even in the little things, like how I walk and move, she says I'm just like you. Julia? Is something the matter? No. All this time, I really have been right by her side. I spent all this time worrying because I couldn't see her by mine, but as far as she was concerned, I was always there. I truly am beyond help. Chloe, may I say something? I don't believe I'll be able to wait upon you as I always have any longer. But even now, I wish to do all I can to protect and support you. I wish to continue being your retainer, your friend, and your sister as well. So, please not try to overexert yourself during my absence. And even if I'm not able to be near you all the time, I still want you to know that you can always call upon me if you need me. Yeah, of course I will. Although, I can't promise I won't find myself unintentionally taking advantage of your kindness when I do. I'm always happy to have you to depend on. And I'll always be glad you feel that way. Where's Sieg's tea? Where's Sieg's plate? Get that good boy some food. That afternoon, they were able to enjoy a few relaxing cups of tea together. Despite her initial resistance, Julia's day off proved to be much more enjoyable than she had expected. And it seems inevitable that the fragrance of the tea that she had drank that day would remain in her memories forever. Julia's day off. That's what I was going to title this video, and they already did it for me. I got Septian Vein and a bunch of Mira. Alright, you notice how they didn't talk about it this time? Yeah, I think like the Tita door is the only time that ever happens where they're like, what happened in there? Tell us about it. From now on, it's like, nah, we're not going to talk about it. That's just for us. It's just for the player. You don't need to know. Alright, so we did that. There are no other doors we can open because I still haven't fought those 100 battles just yet. So our next destination is actually the port over on the west side of town. So let's get over there. And we gotta... Ooh, I'm fighting an enemy. Got surprise attacked. So is every character gonna get their own door? Sort of? For the most part. Now, I don't think there's technically one that's like just for Kevin or anything, or just for Ries. And there might be some other playable... Damn it, I forgot this thing isn't unlocked. But there might still be like some other party members that like don't really have one straight one dedicated to them. Like Mueller was in this one, sort of. That's why he was like necessary. But at the same time, Mueller's gonna appear in a later one. Like, guess which one it's gonna be, you know? Guess which other character Mueller's gonna be around.
For the sake of my master.
What a strange starting party for this game. We got the new kids, like literally. We got Kevin and Ries, and Mueller and Julia. So these are like the four of 5 of the most recent like playable characters in the franchise. There's one we skipped over, and it's Josette. But like Julia and Mueller became playable very late in second chapter, and then of course Kevin was added at the start. Alright, so let me save here. Alright, we need to start exploring this port, but give me just 1 minute. Alright, let's continue. Continue fighting enemies. This only takes a few seconds. And we're getting closer to getting 100 battles won. Alright, so the port, which is a lot different than the last time we were here. In second chapter, you come through this place at night. And I'm not sure if you can even enter it otherwise. I don't think you can. Maybe you were able to go there during the daytime. But I know this place was completely locked off in first chapter.
That was the sword of Vander.
Let's try down here. Oh yeah, they put another chest. But it might be a monster chest. What's in here? Oh, we were supposed to come in here. I don't know why just yet. Maybe a monster will attack us. If I remember rightly, this is the warehouse that Tank was hidden in. This is my first time seeing the inside though. It's currently being rented out by a new owner, as far as I'm aware. Naturally, they've been given a thorough background checking this time. Oh right, probably for the best after what went down before. Kevin! What a mess. Now we're up against Ghost. They're going to attack. Alright, the enemy list gets even weirder. This is a wisp. Evil spirit born from darkness in people's hearts. Seals foes' movement with breath. Seal this.
Justice must always prevail.
Damn, that's a lot of water, Sepith. Oh, it dropped something. Is that my key to the Bobcat? Yep, it was. I saw it for a split second. Could that be the key to the airship? Can't think of anything else it'd be good for. What's it doing here, though? Solve one mystery, and find two more right around the corner. Still, at least now we should be able to get inside that ship. Yeah, let's make our way back. Actually, let's not. Let's keep exploring the port. So I'm not sure if we have to come back through here afterwards or not.
Not bad.
There are no other openables, so
All right, what's next?
we'll just have to clear out the top of this area. There's probably like a chest or so. See, there's this one. I don't want to open that though. Is this like a... It looks like it. This kind of looks like this, it's a lighthouse, right? Sort of, because it has the white port at the top. But it looks like it's a carbon copy of the one in Rouen. This entire area is like Rouen assets reused. Oh, another part of Trails of the Chest. See, we have a ship here, like a proper boat, which we've never been on. Unless you had the ability to jump on this in second chapter? I don't think so. Yeah, because that boss fight happens like way before you get to this side of the port. This is entirely new. Get out of here. Oh, he had a guard on. That was like a bonus guard. That one also appears from time to time on the side. A turn with the shield on it. And it just means that you can't attack anything on that turn, I think with physical or arts. Like everything on the board is like immune for that one turn. And it goes both ways, obviously. My favorite character is Chester from Ys, the Oath in Felghana. I haven't played Oath in Felghana, which is a remake of Ys 4? No, that's Celceta, right? Damn it, I'm not as familiar with Ys. But a lot of the numbered Ys have been remade. Like Oath in Felghana, Ark is a remake, Memories of Celceta is a remake. You don't have to worry about the Ys timeline all that much if you're not familiar with Ys. They totally on purpose put those games out of order. It's like, did you know that Ys 8 comes before 7 and 6 or something like that? It's like, shut up, Falcom. Shut up. Stop it. Stop making this confusing. It's like, but it doesn't matter. It's the exact opposite of this series. It's like, you want to play something where, like, the lore really barely matters at all? It's Ys. Everyone plays Ys for the gameplay. Like, yeah, there's some world building in there, but it's not that important. Not yet, anyway. Not until they make, like, Ys 10 and it ties it all together. The first few matter. The first few are like married to each other, but beyond that, it's like, yeah. Play it for the fun. Boy, I wonder who that's gonna be. Hey, that looks like another stone. It's hard to see from here, but it could very well be. Should I go up and get it? Nah, I'll go, just to be sure. You guys wait down here for me. They didn't have a ladder climbing animation. So these fades, just so Kevin can climb the ladder. So, this is what those ceiling stones look like. I wonder whether it being here means that what I think it does. Well, we'll soon find out. Let's get it back to the base. Here's hoping that releasing whoever's inside it will make something happen in the city too. That sounds wise. So let's go downstairs though. Charging station that's normally here is not. I also don't remember these bars being on the side. Hey, future me, if these bars aren't in the Bobcat in the previous games, prove it, or prove me wrong that they are. I don't remember. I should have footage of what the inside of the Bobcat looks like. Alright, so that takes care of everything at the port. So when we go back to the Hermit's Garden, theoretically anyway, this should, what is it gonna unlock? It's probably going to unlock the Grand Arena over in the East Block. Gee, I wonder who it'll be. Now it's nighttime. Oh, you see that there's a wisp there now. There he is. So it's the girl, is it? Sure looks like it. It was down to either her or one of her brothers. Kyle? Dawn? What happened? Huh? It's been quite some time, young lady. That logo on your visor is your new courier service, then. What kind of dream is this? This is so lame. If I have to dream about people from Liberl, can't Joshua be in it? What do I care about some phony priest or that military nut? You're still so very charming. And I'll have you know my credentials are totally for real, thank you very much. We even have this crossword notebook to prove it. Stop talking all this crap already. Just tell me where you've hidden my brothers so I can go and rescue them. How are we supposed to explain anything if you won't listen to us? All of us are trapped inside this strange place just like you. How could we know where your brothers are? And you expect me to just buy that hook, line, and sinker? I mean, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that there's something weird going on. But it wasn't even that long ago that we were all flying over Crossbell and the Bobcat together. So that's what you were doing when you were surrounded by that white light? Yeah, that's right. Wait, how do you know about that light? So your situation is nearly the same as my own then. Save for the fact that you were in Crossbell. Still, Crossbell's not that far from Liberl on the map, right? It's the state between Erebonia and Calvert, isn't it? That's the one. If you took an international liner, you could be there in about an hour. It's worth noting, for sure. It's really worth noting where Crossbell is. Nudge, nudge, nudge. It's like an hour away. It's like a game away. Hello? I'm standing right here, guys. Actually, forget it. I'm going back to the Bobcat. I've got no reason to hang around with you guys. I'm not sure that's a good idea. Just so you're aware, Grancel is no longer the city you once knew. There's no telling when your ship will be overrun by fiends. Are you still sure you want to try acting alone?
Well,
if we can't change your mind, we'll at least escort you back, but I wouldn't recommend it. Not until we've got a better idea of what kind of situation we're even in here. It's not like we've never worked together before, right? Okay, I get it. My head's practically spinning with all that's going on, so I'm not sure what I should be doing right now. But I guess it wouldn't hurt to stick with you until we find Kyle and Dawn. Good. It'd feel better if you did. But if you guys think I'm gonna owe you one, you've got another thing coming. If I'm gonna stick around, I'm going to be doing my part, so anytime you need something, I'm your girl. A noble enough sentiment. Just make sure you don't end up holding us back in your attempts to be of assistance.
You mind your own business.
She seems to be more dutiful than I was expecting. She is a good person at heart, really. Is she? Oh man, what a weird party to start this game with. Now we got Josette. I told you, it's the new kids. Now we have like literally like all the new people plus Tita. I'm going to, let's leave things as they are. And let's go find our party members. Question is, will Tita still be over by the fountain? I want to hope so. Okay, cool. Josette's right next to her. Compared to some of the other mysteries we've got to solve here, this garden is one of the easier ones. We already know the ancients and Marians had the ability to make spaces like this because of the shadows of the towers, so that's that. But how people ended up sealing in stones and what happened to the capital is a lot less easy to explain away. Nope. I can't wrap my head around any of it. I wish we had a few more clues to go off of. Alright, Josette. Just what is this place? Everything here is just so off. How's that fountain floating there? Why is there a library in the middle of nowhere? And what had happened to you if you fell off the edge here anyway? It's not like there are any railings to catch us. Poor thing looks so worked up, and I can't really blame her. Say, you said you were flying over Crossbell when you did up here, right? Does your company do international deliveries and stuff then? Oh, yeah. I mean, of course we do. We're originally from Erebonia after all. Why would we want to limit ourselves to just Liberl? We make deliveries all over the continent. When you think of it that way, Crossbell's like our own backyard. We've been so far as Lamont State a few times even. Really? That's pretty amazing. Never underestimate what the Bobcat's capable of. Just don't forget, you still have a debt to pay off. I wouldn't dare. We're working very hard on that, thank you very much. Everything here is just so off. Oh, it changed a little bit. I hope Dawn and Kyle are okay. They're fine. Quit your whining. Alright, let's go into our team, and we'll put them on now. So first, put Josette on. Oh, joy. Whoops, I meant to put Tita on too. There we go, put Tita on. Aw, now it looks like they're on a date. Get your ship started. This is the ship episode of Julia and Mueller. People really ship it. I don't blame them. But how's that going to work out? They live in different countries. They serve different an imperial family and a royal family. It'll never work out. But it's fun to pretend. It's depressing just how many questions and how few answers we have at this point, really. This place we stand in now is a mystery. And the state of the capital is a mystery. Why there are fiends roaming about it is a mystery. To say nothing of how we've already come face to face with a genuine devil from the church's scriptures. And yet, as frustrating as it is, all we can do is keep pressing on and pray the truth presents itself to us eventually. Right now, I want nothing more than to break the seal blocking the castle's gates and find out if Her Majesty and Her Highness are safe. Yet all we can do right now is press on with our exploration. How frustrating. Now that we know the existence of that lord that man mentioned, I can't help but wonder whether all of this is their work. And if it is, Is it possible that defeating them might be all that's required for us to escape? It would certainly make matters simple. If the only thing keeping us from escaping this place is defeating our enemies, it would certainly make things simple. In theory, at least, it's the same. Sometimes they have like a more unique second line, sometimes not. But I think that's the only stuff that should be new here. Actually, let me just run right back and use the fountain to give some CP to Josette. It was available, right? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Magic Fountain. So, well, I should put on a little bit of equipment for her. Okay, I am done trying to, like, build good orbments with people, because I don't have enough quartz for it. Apparently, I got really lazy with my first playthrough, and I was just like, fuck it. Just like, screw it, I don't care anymore. Just put on basic stuff, don't even worry about getting good arts. Whatever. Let's see here. Here you go, have an anklet. Now you won't be frozen or petrified, you stupid idiot. Alright, so back. Nope, wrong thing. You can randomize it. Why would you want to randomize it? Look at that, random. No thanks. So cancel. Oh, so because Tita's no longer in support, I have to pick a new person. Either down ATS or down agility. Let's go with ATS because I'm not using too many arts. And now we have to go. Let's see. Well, we're almost out of time. But let's go back to the south block. So remember one of the doors we got? It was the first sun door, I believe. Ooh, look at this enemy. This is a banshee. A resentful, evil female spirit. Curses all she sees and seals their abilities.
Goddess, my thanks to thee.
Alright, let's go. Oh, look at this guy. He also has another thing with him. So this is a skull head. A will-o-wisp will always explode when defeated. Good to know. And the Aries pot. A mysterious pot that floats in the air. Keep its distance and use a stat down laser. And uses this. Okay, so he'll do that. Got it. Well, luckily those don't do too much damage. Yo, that's a lot of Sepin. In crazy amounts here. Alright, so this is our new block. Take that, Wisp.
Told you I could handle this.
Shut up, Josette. Jesus Christ. Josette's also like the worst playable character in terms of strategy. People hate her. It doesn't help that like she's kind of an abrasive character. She has like a real rough around the edges personality. But in terms of like gameplay, like people really don't like how she plays. Her orbit's not great. Her stats aren't great. People just aren't into Josette. Where are we now? 100% positive this is the Grand Arena. It's used for all kinds of events in Liberl, like martial arts tournaments and stuff. Estelle's team actually ended up winning the big one held last year. Agate was pretty disappointed when he found out about it. He wanted to enter too. I'll bet he did. Oh yeah, you and your brothers took part in that tournament too, right Josie? Josie? Also, pretty cool that we got this little additional conversation by bringing Josette. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just like, new party member, bring him. Estelle and Joshua mentioned it a while back. Yeah, we did. Can't say it was much fun. We were basically just dragged into the arena as criminals. Wait, where did that Josie thing come from? Why am I the only one who gets a weird nickname? Huh? Not a fan? It just popped into my mind and I thought it sounded cute. It fits you perfectly too. But if it bothers you that much, I guess I could go with something else. Joe? Just call me Josette like everyone else does. Regardless, it feels as though something is lying in wait for us here. We should proceed with caution. Agreed. I think first we want to go over to the right. And we want to go into the waiting room, I think. Anything over here? There is a door here. Doors are locked. I never noticed these doors before. Were those always there in first chapter? Cool. Another sun door. Bring to me the fists of steel, which nothing in this world can move. Only then shall the door open. So we got another sun door. This one's clearly asking for Zen, the immovable. I don't know when we get Zen though. It might not be for a while. No getting through there. So let's see. I don't remember what happens when we step through these stairs at the top. There might be a boss fight waiting for us, or not. I don't know. But the good news is that by finding that sun door, we now have a fast travel point right back to the Grand Arena. So let's look at our sun doors. So we've already found 3 of 5. Let's go over to sun door 1. Because this one requires Josette, actually. So this was all the way over in the Jade Corridor. This sun door, remember the sun doors are mini-games. Comparatively to the Star and Moon doors, they're not quite as important in terms of story and lore. But I said that this one might be the most important one because this one, for sure, depicts an event that happened in the very recent past. Whereas the other sun doors are like, a couple of them are just for fun. Oh, I remember the sun door, I forgot now. How did I forget it? Okay, so 3 of them are definitely just for fun. / might be alluding to something, I don't know. It's not clear yet. We'll find out someday, maybe. And one of them maybe tells an event that could have happened in the recent past, like between 2nd chapter and the 3rd, but it's not all that important. This one, kind of important. It'll answer one question that ties into something we've already seen in this game. So when we pick up next time, we tackle our first sun door, we see a minigame, and I believe the minigames also have like difficulty levels, like I think 3 each, so they get harder and harder and harder, and they give you better rewards. I'm not going to focus on that too much because I don't think there's any like story to gain from that. So we'll just do the basic one, get a good feel as to what it's about, and then we'll move on. Shouldn't take too long. We'll get back to Grand Cell, keep exploring the Grand Arena. See you guys in the next one.